This ball is an opaque object. We are also opaque objects. What does this mean? There are two things which an opaque object cannot do. The first thing is, an opaque object is not a luminous object. Remember before we've spoken about luminous objects like the sun or a light bulb. Luminous objects shine. They emit light. Opaque objects do not shine. They do not emit light. We can only see an opaque object when light shines on it. So let's say here we have this ball and there is our eye. We want to look at this ball. If this ball is in a pitch dark room where there are no lights at all, not even the lights from the stars or from moon or from a small little light shining somewhere, it's a pitch dark room, then we will not be able to see this ball at all. Why? Because the ball has no light of its own. It is not luminous. It cannot give off light. If, however, there is a luminous object that is shining on this ball, then we will be able to see this ball. Why? We're getting to that. But first, remember, I said there are two things opaque objects cannot do. One is they cannot shine. They are not luminous. The second thing, I'll give you a hint what it is. If you put this ball in the sunshine so that the luminous object of the sun shines on it, you know that you will get a shadow. Opaque objects cast a shadow. Why do opaque objects cast a shadow? The reason for that is that they do not let light through. That is the second thing that they cannot do. They cannot let light through them. They block light. So opaque objects do not shine and they do not let light through them. Because they do not shine, we cannot see them in the darkness. We can only see them if there's a light on. Because they do not let light through them, they cast a shadow. Now let's get back to the issue of why can we see them at all? If they don't give off light of their own, why do we see opaque objects? We see them because of reflection. So the light comes from a luminous object and some of it is reflected by the opaque object. And that reflected light, if it comes to our eye, it lets us see the opaque object. Now, opaque objects can also absorb light. Absorb means they take in. So some of this light that is coming to this ball stops at the ball. The ball absorbs that light. And that will make the ball a little bit warmer. Some colors of objects absorb more light. And so if you put them in the sun, after a short while they feel quite warm. Ask yourself, which colors are those which absorb more light? But not all of the light which comes to the ball from the luminous object is absorbed. Some of this light is reflected. What does reflected mean? Reflected means this light bounces off the ball and comes away from the ball. Now this is a red object. Previously we've discussed that white light actually consists of these 7 colors. Roig Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. We have white light from the sun striking this red ball. Some of the colors in that white light are absorbed. They don't come away from the ball. They stay inside it, making it a little warmer. Some of the colors bounce off the ball. They are reflected. Which colors are absorbed and which colors are reflected? If this is a red object, then red, orange and yellow light are reflected. Green, blue, indigo and violet light are absorbed. And that is why to our eye the ball looks red. Because if you mix red, orange and yellow light, you get red light. Red, orange and yellow light together look to our eyes, to our brains like red light. That's why the ball looks red to us. So an opaque object reflects those colors which we see and absorbs the other colors, those colors which we do not see. So in this case, because it's a red object, the ball reflects the colors which together look red and absorbs the others. So in summary, opaque objects do not let light through. They also do not shine. They are not luminous. Because they do not let light through, they cast a shadow. Because they are not luminous, we can only see them if we have light shining on them. When white light shines on an object, some of that white light is absorbed by the opaque object and some of that light is reflected. The colors that we see are reflected, but the colors that we don't see are absorbed.